You guys, welcome here. Thank you for stopping. I'm gonna start with this Phyna and Groovy situation, but firstly, I'm gonna hit where that slap saga happened, where Groovy was, Phyna was accused of slapping Groovy, and that Phyna's PA situation, that he was accused of sleeping with her. Now, you guys, the reunion held yesterday. We heard their side from different people. Like, Phyna said her mind, Groovy said her mind. The relationship has ended. But we have to point out a lot of things. This is me not taking side on with anybody. I love Phyna, I love Groovy, regardless. Now, on the other hand, Phyna was accused of, slapping Groovy. And question was being asked, why didn't you come out to, rebuke that? Oh, that never happened. Groovy said that when he was also accused of sleeping with Phyna's, girlfriend, like PA, she never come out to clear the air that such never happened. So you can clearly see it's like two ego people here. They don't want to admit, you did not do for me, I'm not going to do for you. That's what happened in that part. And now we also got to understand that, Phyna was the one that ended this relationship. She ended the relationship, not the other way around, right? So, after the relationship ended, Groovy wanted to maintain friendship. But Phyna said, if it's no relationship, no friendship. We just have to move on. Let's be happy in our own separate world. That was what happened. And that's very understandable. You cannot say you want to be in a relationship or you want to be my friend. I mean, there was nothing there. To be very fair, there was nothing there. And also, I like the fact that Phyna got to apologize to Amaka. I like that fact that she got to apologize to Amaka. Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. She, if you're my friend and you do that, Amaka was the first person that said, oh, I like Groovy. And Phyna said, go for him. And Amaka said, please help me go talk to him. And when Phyna got there, the table turned. The next day they were kissing, and it was shocking for Amaka. So that's aside, I like the fact that she apologized to Amaka. She owned up to whatever she did. And she said, baby girl, you know what? I'm sorry. And that was it. Very simple. There was no two ways about it. Right? I like one thing about Finland. When she knows that she's wrong, like when she knows that she fucked up, she's gonna apologize. And that was what she did with Amaka yesterday. She realized her fault and she apologized to Amaka. Now, case closed, right? We are still hitting on this Chomsy, oh, Groovy like Chomsy, oh, Phyna like a little swag thing. When Phyna said you liked Chomsy, Groovy also said you liked Elozua. Like, this is, I don't know what to call their friendship or relationship. But this is just a fact that, oh, Shay, you don't like person. You like this other person, I like this other person. So why is it a big deal kind of relationship? They are not ready to accept faults. Wow. Wow. So, I mean, I'm just glad everybody heard what happened. Like Phyna said, we had issues, but when Groovy got to South Africa, he became Romeo. Like, he was acting all lovely, like, oh, my baby. I remember one time when Groovy was live, he was shouting, I'm honeymoon with my baby. This is like a honeymoon for us. Oh, baby, I love you. This one, that one, this one. All right? That was what happened. And Phyna said it was a teamwork between him and his team. You understand? It was a plan work between him and his team for them to trend. Wow. Wow. Relationship is not for the weak. Relationship is not for the small-minded people. And now let me go back to that lady that accused Phyna of slapping Groovy, right? Phyna's fan and Grace's fan hosted a Twitter space yesterday and she was dragged. This was the same person that was practically on Groovy's DM telling Groovy how she likes him, sending some pictures, some naked pictures to Groovy. And she was the same person that come up with, oh, Groovy slept with Phyna's PA. that HQ woman. And she said she was the head shipper of, Phyna and Groovy. But she was the one that tarnished their reputation. She said Phyna slapped Groovy. She said Groovy slept with Phyna's PA. That was why their relationship ended. She did not even get the facts. She was just capping. Yesterday she was dragged. In fact, she was being called out. Why did you say it when it wasn't even true? And she said, "Oh, I saw it on Blogger. I saw it on this. I saw it on that. I'm so sorry." Why would you say sorry after tarnishing people's, image? Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Well, well. We did not hear from Beauty yesterday. Like, we did not get to hear from her own side of the story, how she felt, how she did, or how she reacted after the, Phyna and Groovy situation. I just hope we got to see that on Monday, because she was there yesterday, but she was not being shown too much. Wow, Phyna is gonna be alright. Groovy is going to be alright. Like she said, Groovy is a mommy's boy. And trust me, there is nothing wrong with being a mommy's boy, right? There is absolutely nothing wrong with being a mommy's boy. If Groovy is a mommy's boy, it's fine. I mean, she was raised that way. She was raised to take, Mama got to decide for me. Mama have to do everything for me. Mama have to do that for me. I mean, she was raised that way, right? So if him being that way makes him a mommy's boy, then it's fine. But let's also understand that any woman Groovy is going to marry have to go through their mom, like their family, before Groovy. It's sweet to be a mommy's boy, but there's some, things as a wife you can't even handle when your mother-in-law comes into the house. So, a lot, like this Phyna and Groovy's relationship has a lot to do with family, right? Family. Because they have, got to realize that they can't even handle Phyna. Groovy's family cannot handle how Phyna is, how exposed, how how do I even say it? Is it open-minded, outspoken she is? They can't even handle how outspoken Phyna is. That was why, like, this whole thing cannot work. And Groovy, on the other hand, could not say, "Oh no, I want this girl, I want that." It was just him following the step, no problem. So I guess that's where Phyna's pain is coming from. Man, you cannot stand up for yourself. You depend on your family for everything, right? I'm seeing people be like blaming Phyna. "Oh, you were the one that threw yourself at the boy." Is Groovy a baby? No. If a woman throw herself on you, it's left for you to be like, "You know what? I'm not interested." I'm seeing people dragging Phyna. After throwing yourself at him, what did you expect? You expect him to love you after you betrayed your friend Amaka, after you betrayed Beauty, after you did this one. You want to, bruh, please give Phyna a break. Give her a break. Groovy is not a baby, is not a toy that can be bought or easily toy around, right? So I don't know where all that narrative is coming from. These two people like each other. Groovy liked Phyna. Leave this whole thing. Groovy likes Phyna. Phyna liked Groovy. Even if they said they were playing games, nobody was playing games. Phyna obviously was in love with Groovy. Groovy was in love with Phyna. Because why would you be calling Phyna after a breakup? "Oh, I want to check up on you." Calling, texting her, "I want to do this on you." Clearly, when Phyna came out that time that, "Oh, you were the one begging for friendship," that means she was right. She was right. But we can't really judge. Like I always say, do not judge when you are not in that situation. It's easily for you to be like, you throw yourself at Groovy, and what did you expect? And it's easily for you to be like, Groovy is a mommy's boy, he can't stand up on his own. Don't judge when you are not in that situation, right? So I'm happy that, see, remember Elo Sonam and Diane? This was what happened in their own reunion set, going back and forth. But trust me, today they are great friends. Elo Sonam and Diane are best of friends now. So don't See, Phyna and Groovy one time will be best of friends. They're like they'll be back. It's relationship, not a do or die affair, right? It no work, it no work. But anyway, you guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your comments what you think.